tackle the challenges in life, but we are guided through. We don't lose our strength.
Last hours of Rizal. At 6 a.m., December 29, 1896, Captain Rafael Dominguez, who was designated by Governor General Camilo Poleveja to take charge of all arrangements for the execution of the condemned prisoner, read the death sentence to Rizal, to be shot at the back by a firing squad at 7 a.m. in Bagumbayan, Luneta.
Magandang umaga, General Camilo. Magandang umaga din, Kapitan Rafael Dominguez. Ikaw, inatasan kong humataw ng parusa kay Ginoong Rizal. Masusunod.
At 7 a.m., an hour after the reading of the death sentence, Rizal was moved to the prison chapel, where he spent his last moments. His first visitors were Father Miguel Cedera Mata, rector of Ateneo Municipal, and Father Luis Viza, Jesuit teacher.
Magandang araw sa iyo.
Magandang araw. Kaibigan Rizal,
Mabuti naman po.
may ibibigay ko sa iyo.
Salamat, kaibigan.
From 12 a.m. noon to 3:30 p.m., Rizal was left alone in his cell. He took his lunch, after which he was busy writing. It was probably during this time when he finished his farewell poem and hid it inside his alcohol cooking stove, which was given to him as a gift by Paz Pardo de Tavara, wife of Juan Luna, during his visit to Paris in 1890. At the same time, he wrote his last letter to Professor Blumentritt, his best friend in German, as follows.
Professor Ferdinand Blumentritt, my dear brother, when you receive this letter, I shall be dead. Tomorrow at 7, I shall be shot. I am innocent of the crime of rebellion. I am going to die with a tranquil conscience. Goodbye, my best, my dearest friend, and never think ill of me. Fort Santiago, December 29, 1896. Signed, Jose Rizal. Regards to the entire family, to Señorita Rosa, Loleng, Conradito, and Federico. I am leaving a book for you as a last remembrance of mine.
At 4 p.m., Rizal's mother arrived. Rizal knelt down before her and kissed her hands, begging her to forgive him. Both mother and son were crying as the guards separated them. Shortly afterwards, Trinidad entered the cell to fetch her mother. As they were leaving, Rizal gave to Trinidad the alcohol cooking stove, whispering to her in English, "There is something inside." Trinidad understood. She knew English because Rizal taught her this language. This something was Rizal's farewell poem. So it came to pass that she was able to smuggle the hero's last and greatest poem, a priceless gem of Philippine literature.
Anak, kumusta? Sinaktan ka ba nila? Tama na yan! Tapos na ang oras ng dalaw! Tara, Nay.
At 3 o'clock in the morning of December 30, 1896, Rizal heard Mass, confessed his sins, and took Holy Communion.
Napatawad na iyong kasalanan, anak. Binabasbasan kita sa ngalan ng Ama, Anak, Espiritu Santo. Amen.
At 5:30 a.m., he took his last breakfast on earth. After this, he wrote his 2 letters, the first addressed to his family and the second to his older brother, Pasiano. The letter to his sisters.
To my family, I ask you for forgiveness for the pain I caused you. But someday, I shall have to die, and it's better that I die now in the plenitude of my conscience. Dear parents, brother and sister, give thanks to God that I may preserve my tranquility before my death. I die resigned, hoping that with my death you will be left in peace. It's better to die than to live suffering. Console yourselves. I enjoin you to forgive one another the little menaces of life and try to live united in peace and good harmony. Treat your old parents as you would like to be treated by your children later. Love them very much in my memory. Bury me in the ground. Place a stone and a cross over it. My name, the date of my birth, and of my death. Nothing more. If later you wish to surround my grave with a fence, you can do so. No anniversaries. I prefer paang bundok. Have pity on poor Josephine.
Rizal's last letter to Pasiano is as follows.
My dear brother, it has been 4 years and a half that we have not seen each other, nor have we communicated with each other. I do not think it's due to lack of affection on my part, nor on yours, but because, knowing each other so well, we do not need to talk to understand each other. Now I am about to die, and it is to you that I dedicated my last lines. Now I am about to die, and it is to you that I dedicated my last lines, to tell you how sad I am to leave you alone in life, burdened with the weight of the family and our old parents. I am thinking now how hard you have worked to give me a career. I believe I have tried not to waste my time. Brother of mine, if the fruit has been bitter, it is not my fault, but the fault of circumstances. I know that you have suffered much on my account, and I am sorry. I assure you, brother, that I die innocent of the crime of rebellion. If my former writings have contributed, I do not deny it I assure you, brother, that I die innocent of the crime of rebellion of this.
At 5:30 a.m., Josephine Brocken, accompanied by a sister of Rizal, Josefa, arrived. Josephine, with tears in her eyes, bade him farewell. Rizal embraced her for the last time, and before she left, Rizal gave her a last gift, a religious book, Imitation of Christ by Father Thomas A. Kempis, which he autographed.
Mabuti lang aking asawa.
Pinapakain ka ba nila? Sinasaktan ka ba nila?
There's something inside the box.
That march to Bagumbayan, about 6:30 a.m., a trumpet sounded at Fort Santiago. a signal to begin the death march to Bagumbayan, the designated place for the execution. The advance guard of four soldiers with bayoneted rifles moved. A few meters behind, Rizal walked calmly with his defense counsel on one side and two Jesuit priests on the other. More well-armed soldiers marched behind him. Rizal was dressed elegantly in a black suit, black derby hat, black shoes, white shirt, and black tie. His arms were tied behind from elbow to elbow, but the rope was quite loose to give his arms freedom of movement. There was a handful of spectators lining the street from Fort Santiago to the Plaza del Palacio in front of the Manila Cathedral. Everybody seems to be out of Bagumbayan, where a vast crowd gathered to see how a martyr dies.
Lakad ka sulong! Good! Halt! Ready! Fire!
Martyrdom of a hero. Rizal, knowing that his rendezvous with destiny was imminent, bade farewell to Fathers March and Vela Clara, and to his gallant defender, Lieutenant Luis Tavel de Andrade. Although his arms were tied, he firmly clasped their hands and parting. One of the priests blessed him and offered him a crucifix to kiss. Rizal reverently bowed his head and kissed it. Then he requested the commander of the firing squad that he be shot facing the firing squad. His request was denied, for the captain had implicit orders to shoot him in the back. Reluctantly, Rizal turned his back to the firing squad and faced the sea. The death rattles of the drums filled the air. Above the drum beats, the sharp command "Fire" was heard, and the guns of the firing squad barked. Rizal, with supreme effort, turned his bullet-riddled body to the right and fell on the ground dead. With face upward, facing the morning sun, it was exactly 7:03 in the morning when he died in the bloom of manhood, aged 35 years, 5 months, and 11 days.
Hawak kamay sa dalampasigan, malayang tulad ng mga ibon, ang gunita ng ating kahapon. Ang mga puno't halaman ay kabiyak ng ating gunita sa paglipas ng panahon. Daily we tackle the challenges in life, but we are guided through. We don't lose our strength, we just move on forward. Fight till the end and the virtue to be patient, it's a mantra too. In a given time, you will see the sign. You'll see we'll earn real glory from pure and absolute determination. Let's go! Northwestern and Coast and Conscious, we have integrity. That's our primary goal.